Good afternoon, welcome to Fishing for Bees. Tuesday, May 28th, it's mid-60s. It's windier than I'd like, but we have to get this work done. So anyways, over here was the Honeybound swarm catch. Didn't get a chance to lay before they put in too much nectar. Swarming colony. Before the queen was mated and able to lay, they filled this thing. This one was queenless. So we gave a swarm cell from here to here. Before this hatched and was mated, they filled it. These are so honeybound, it's ridiculous. So the problem is, you know, my preferred is the starter strip, right? But they're drawing teardrops of comb. And if she doesn't get there and lay in it, they're filling it with nectar. She's not going to sit there and wait for them to fill it. She's going to go past, lay spotty as they draw, because some of them are going to have nectar in it. Go walk around the rest of the colony, come back. They're going to have more drawn. She's going to find a couple cells, lay spotty again because they're honeybound. And I don't think they're ever going to increase the populations the right way. So I made a post in the community tab. You know, if I don't like plastic foundation, why am I using it? Because she will lay in here before the cells are done. Obviously she can't lay in here before the cells are done because the cells aren't there. The cells are impregnated on here. Once they clean it, buff it, do what they're going to do, she'll actually lay in there before these cells are completely drawn out, claiming them as hers. And once there's an egg in it, they will not put nectar in it because it already has an egg in it. That's the thought. That's what we're attempting. We're going to put some plastic foundation in this one and this one. Probably not this one, but every frame we take out of here, we're going to put in a deep over here. The good news is we have 5 swarm catches at the nuke yard that I don't like the way they're progressing as far as drawing comb. All of them had 1 bait comb and have to draw out 4 combs. I took a peek in the first catch that's in that yard, and I do not like the way they're progressing. So I'm going to get 6 honey frames, 6 excellent honey frames out of these 3, probably mostly out of these 2, to bring back to that nuke yard to give to them. That's going to boost them, but not to a level that is going to get me into a situation where we're hopefully not going into winter 5 over 5 over 5 over 5, right? I don't want 20 frames 5 over 5. That's too much. I want 10. 5 over 5 going into winter. I had great success. That's the way I want to keep them. I'm slow rolling them, but I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I got too many honey frames here. The other option is to freeze some of these, but I don't like the way they're progressing up there, so I'm going to give them some. So we're going to start in this one right here, because we're going to put a deep on it. I'd say the population's low, colony is heavy. We'd like to see evidence of a laying queen. They're probably a bit stressed because I'm seeing some ants. So I have to reconsider giving them a deep if they don't have the bees or soon to be bees to patrol it. All honey. I have to say I have never been happy to come across a trap that's not occupied by bees, but today I was. Trap 5 has no bees in it. Thank goodness. No good brood. As I said before, I'm glad all these bees are free. I'm glad I'm not standing over $600 in bees trying to figure out what's going on. So we got some brood. She's got room, but not enough. I mean, we should have full frames of brood. This one's light. Hopefully it's better. That's better. That's good though. If I'm not mistaken, this one was drawn kind of funky. Okay, we got a good pattern of brood on this one. I don't need to go any further. So if I didn't see that brood, I wouldn't want to be putting a deep of honey on top of this with the amount of ants I'm seeing. They're definitely 80% full, which is the criteria to put your next box on, whether it's your deep or your super. 80% or more, you're okay to put it on. So we're good there. As of right now, I know they're going to get one plastic. I want her to lay up a full frame. These girls are not as happy right from the get-go. Open it up, they're coming out. That's not good. It's nothing but honey. What a perfect frame to have laid in too. I'm not understanding what's going on. This is why you don't want your colonies to swarm. Something happened to the queen. She must not have made it back from her mating flight. Got 2 emerged queen cells on that other frame. There's not an egg in here. Before this thing starts having a laying worker, I'm gonna have to figure it out. All right. This is going from bad to worse. This is terrible. Why are they drawing drone cells? Well, so much for those plans. I can't believe the populations in these things, bad off as they are. There's a good frame of brood and some larvae. And I believe I see her on the frame next to it. There she is. Right in the bottom corner. Blonde one. I wish I could find some eggs. But they're not far enough along in their requeening. Let's close it up. They're on the right track. They don't need anything but time. I mean, the fact that this one's still alive, being queenless coming out of winter, pretty good. Back to this one. Man, there's already a lot of bees up there. Gotta find an egg frame. So the swarm is now potentially gonna donate back to the swarming colony. Brood frame doesn't do me any good. I need that egg. Want to move a frame up so they don't ignore this top box. That's 2 plastic foundations for the bottom. Giving these girls a lot of work to do. Hopefully they'll draw these out quickly. Same theory with the plastic foundation, right? She'll lay in it before it's done, so it won't be a honey frame. Hopefully it'll be a nice brood frame with all stages of larvae and eggs that I can drop in here. This is not what I wanted to do with all my frames. That's beekeeping. Time to come up with plan D. Guess who forgot to put his footstool back in the bee mobile? Took it out because it wasn't honey season. Now I'm already about over my head. Good population of bees, beautiful nectar. They need another one. With these, I put a 3rd honey super on, stagger them. When I put a 3rd honey super on, I stagger it. These are 9 frame space, but I leave an opening a little bit bigger than a bee can get out. This is for ventilation, and I only do it with the strong colonies because they need to be able to protect it. Rain is not an issue, or actually the moisture they'll use. It's not going to flow in here, especially with the telescoping lid that overhangs a little bit. But this is what I do, I stagger them. So it's staggered in the back, obviously, and staggered in the front, and that helps them dry the honey quicker. These are getting very warm. You can can see we got a lot of bees hanging out on the outside. That one definitely needs to be staggered 5. So here you go, quick little insert on the staggering of the honey supers. So a little bit more than a bee width, a little bit more than 3/8, ½ inch. You can see the head sticking out, ready to defend. And this is cooling the colony, getting airflow through to help dry the honey. Just gonna quickly 9-frame space this. Got a video coming out on my hive stands. Don't skimp on your hive stands. They need to hold thousands of pounds. It's not an exaggeration. Oh, I'm certainly not expecting to see anything different. Don't need to go much further than 1 frame. They're getting one. Looks like we got some rain coming. That one's kind of light. The one next to it's super heavy. I'm gonna take this lighter one. It's not being worked as well. Slide it right there. Don't make the mistake of extracting honey that is too wet. If you extract it and then have to dry it, good luck. If it's still in the comb and in the box, you have a lot more ways of drying it. Second best, but not great still, is in a 5-gallon bucket. Don't pull your honey supers unless you know they're the right moisture. Invest in a moisture meter. They're not expensive, but it could save you a huge expensive mistake. But you need to be checking it when you're extracting it. And there's a lot of bees. These things are rocking. Super heavy. Tons of bees. So there you go. Just full of nectar. With the metal 9-frame spacer, I don't know how a plastic one could ever hold up to the amount of abuse you're gonna give it trying to move frames. All right, here comes the rain. And these girls are stressed because of those ants. Really stressed. Not happy. Okay, so they don't get one. All right, so we're gonna try and get this done because there's some weather. This is pretty much a wrap. We just got to close some things up. So we added some more supers. We still haven't figured out what's going on with one of the Honeybound. Colony 4. Colony 9 has a laying queen. Colony 6 has a laying queen. So hopefully we can get some frames from 9 this week and get them into 4. Get that thing to recover. Again, 4 is the one that swarmed. That's why you don't want your bees swarming. And I do the best I can to stop it, but they do get away from you. So anyways, I hope your bees are well. Thanks for watching.